Leadership is to take action in a way that adds value to someone else. Every person has a leadership style. What do I mean by this? Do I believe in confrontation, constructive confrontation? Or do I shy away from confrontation? Do you like to share information or do you not? Do you kind of like to guard information? You don't like to share it. Do you ask questions? Do you ask for advice? Do you do regular meetings where you break down silos and encourage debate and disagreement among your subordinates so they can hear what the others are doing? Or some leaders I've found, believe it or not, don't do regular meetings. They kind of like keeping groups separate, and they're the only one that has all the information. I don't think that's a very effective style, but that's the leadership style of some people. When things go wrong, do you step up and back your people, or do you blame people? You may not even realize that you blame people. You may not even realize that when somebody makes a mistake, when you pass them in the hall, you kind of ignore them because you're a little annoyed with them, but you don't want to say anything. So passive aggressive. It's one of the #1 reasons why organizations are either in or out of alignment is leadership style. You should write down on a piece of paper what you think your leadership style is, and then go interview 10 of your direct reports or people that work with you and can observe you, and ask them for observations about and describe your leadership style. You might be surprised what they say. Leadership style needs to be adapted to the situation. And this is why as an executive I used to get a coach, and that coach would do 360-degree interviews, usually if necessary anonymously, and I would always get feedback that would be very jarring to me because I didn't realize I was having this effect on people, and I realized I better change my leadership style or else we're going to be out of alignment. There was never a time in my career where I didn't need to make improvements to my leadership style or I didn't have blind spots regarding my leadership style. And I would just argue, if you have a dull headache and you have certain challenges in the organization and you're constantly trying to figure out what's wrong with everybody else, I think one other thing you ought to do is look in the mirror and make sure you understand what role your leadership style is playing in some of the issues you're facing and how you might think about getting your leadership style in alignment with your vision and priorities.